says Carlos is jogging at a constant speed. That's good to know. We're doing number 7.
Oh, okay.
He starts a timer when he is 12 feet from his starting position. After 3 seconds, Carlos is 21 feet from his starting position. Write a linear equation to represent the distance d of Carlos from his starting position t. So I've got d for distance. I've got t for time. Okay? Good morning. Or good afternoon. Thank you. Okay. So in the notes it talked about independent variables versus dependent variables, right? My independent variable, is that x or is that y?
X.
X. How do we remember that?
Your X.
You guys watched the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we remember that the independent variable is x?
Oh, you're dependent without X. Something like
If you have an x, now you're independent, right?
Yeah.
So independent is x.
But if
you can't find this without knowing the time. So time is independent.
That's right. So the distance traveled depends on the time. So time is going to be my x, or my independent variable. Distance is going to be my y, my dependent variable, or my output. Right? So what does it say? The information it gives us is he starts a timer when he's 12 feet from his starting position. Okay. After 3 seconds, he's 21 feet away. So after 3 seconds, he's 21 feet away. Right away, that gives me an x coordinate and a y coordinate. I could make the point 3, 21. Because time is x, distance is y. So time, 3 seconds, distance, 21 feet. Okay? I'm writing an equation to represent the distance from his starting position. Well, how far away from his starting position is he when he starts? 12 feet. He starts a timer when he is 12 feet from his starting position. So think about it like this. If I was going to make a table, right? He's 12 feet away when he starts the timer. 3 seconds into the timer, he's 21 feet away. What's my change in y from 12 to 21? 9. What's my change in x? 3. So my slope is going to be 9 over 3, which is what? 3 feet per second. Okay, there's my m. What's my b? Where do I begin? 12 feet from my starting position. If I have the point 0, 12, that means my b is equal to 12. So if m is 3, b is 12, y is equal to 3x plus 12. Give me a thumbs up if that's what you got for number 7. Anybody? 3x plus 12? Good. It's a little bit tricky. Word problems are always a little difficult. And actually, you know what? I messed this up. This shouldn't be the equation. What should the equation read? There you go. There you go. D is equal to 3t plus 12. Where the distance away from his starting position is 3 feet for every second that's passed, plus the 12 feet away he started. That was a good one, number 7. Any questions on number 7 I can answer? Okay. Moving on to number 21. Is it another word problem? No, it is not. Ooh, that's pretty gross. Okay. 5 comma, this is number 21. 5 over 4 comma 1. Negative 1 over 4 comma 3 over 4. Okay. We're going to write the equation. It's going to be messy, but it's all right. M is equal to y2 minus y1. How can I write 1 as a fraction over 4? 1 over 1? That's not a fraction over 4. That's a fraction over 1. 4 over 4. Okay. Over x2 minus x1. Okay, so if I just rewrite 1 as 4 over 4, what can I do with all my 4's now? I can cancel them all out. Okay, 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6. Gives me positive 1 over 6 for my m. Okay, or we could have done, what is that? Negative 1 over 4 minus 6 over 4. And then cancel the 6's out there, or the 4's out there. It doesn't matter. As long as all my terms have the same denominator, I could get rid of the denominators. So m is 1/6. I'm going to use my first point because it's got a whole number in it to make my life easier. Y equals mx plus b turns into 1 equals 1/6 times 5/4 plus b. Well, what is 1 over 6 times 5 over 4? What would that give me? 5 over 24. You just multiply the tops and the bottoms. How can I write 1 as a fraction over 24?
24 over 24.
24 over 24. So if I subtract 5 24ths from both sides, what's 24 minus 5? 19 24ths is my b. I know it's not fun, but that's how we would do it. So y is equal to m 1/6 x plus b 19 over 24.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
Yeah, it's just weird.
Anybody else not like that?
Yeah, I just like that. I just
It's okay. Anybody get this on their own? 19 over 24? Yeah? A couple people? Good.
I thought it was wrong.
That's great. That's harder than anything you're going to see on the test, so don't trip out. If you could do that, that shows that you're really good to go. Davis?
When's the test?
I don't know. This was the first lesson, so give it some time. I don't know. Maybe next Friday. We'll see. All right, there's 21. Let's go. We got 25. Oh, I skipped 17, didn't I? Let's take a look at 17. 17 is 9 comma 2, negative 2 comma 6. Our notes today are almost exactly like this. So if this makes sense, that's good. So m is going to be 6 minus 2 over negative 2 minus 9. That's 4 over negative 11. Gross. Y equals mx plus b is going to turn into, if I take my first point, 2 equals negative 4 over 11 times 9 plus b. This is already looking ugly. 2 is equal to negative 36 over 11 plus b. Well, if I want to turn 2 into a fraction over 11, I could call that 22 over 11. And then if I add 36 elevenths to both sides, I get 58 elevenths.
Yeah, 58.
Gross. So y is equal to negative 4 over 11x plus 58 over 11. Yeah.
Can we put 58 over 11 as a mixed fraction?
I wouldn't. I would just leave it as 58 over 11. Because what would that turn out to be? 5 and 4 elevenths or something like that? 5 and 3 elevenths?
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's a good point. If we were to write it like that, plus 5 and 3 elevenths, typically we would never see this because it kind of, at this point in like our algebra skills, it looks like that's two separate terms. It looks like there's a 5 and there's a 3 elevenths. We don't really see that as one thing. So from now on, just leave it as improper fractions. Okay, that's a good question. What was the last one? 25. Is 25 a word problem? 25 is a word problem. Okay. And then we're not going to worry about the graphs. If you didn't get the graphs, I don't care. Or, forget I said that. 25 says, a meteorologist finds that the temperature at a 6,000 foot level mountain is 76 degrees, and at 12,000 feet, it's 49 degrees. Write a linear equation to represent temperature T at an elevation X. Okay, so temperature and elevation. Which one depends on the other? Does the temperature depend on the elevation, or does the elevation depend on the temperature?
the temperature depends on the elevation.
Exactly. The higher you go, the colder it gets. The lower you go, the warmer it is. So temperature depends on elevation. That means temperature is my Y, elevation is my X. The reason why it's important for us to understand this is because when I now take these 2 points, 6,000 and 76, if I was going to write that as a point, I need to make sure my elevation goes first. 6,000, comma, 76 degrees. My other point is 12,049. As we see, the higher we get, the colder we get. Okay? Now that I have these 2 points, well, I can use the slope formula to find the slope, and then I can plug it in to find the b. So for my slope formula, 76 minus 49 is what? 27? Yep. 27 over
27.
negative 6,000.
Yeah.
So we cancel out a 3. What is that? 9 over 2,000?
Yeah, 9 over.
So negative 9 over 2,000. I can't simplify that anymore, I don't think.
Oh,
Okay. Find that's my m. If I want to find the b, I can say y is equal to, I don't want to use that one. Y is equal to m times x plus b. Okay. So 6,000 is just 2,000 times 3. I can cancel those, and I get negative 27 plus b. Just add the 27, and I get b is equal to what? 1 something. 103? So I can write the very ugly equation, not y. T is equal to negative 9 over 2,000 x plus 103. Not the most conventional equation that we've seen, but that's what we get. Anybody got that for 25? Nobody? 2 people? Okay. This must have been harder than I thought. Did the notes not help at all?
No,
I did it wrong.
They did help? You just did it wrong?
they help, but
I got x equals 27.
Yeah,
600.
that's true. I should have gave you less to do.
I switched the x and y and I got a repetitive decimal.
Did anybody finish the Alex assignment?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
You did the Alex assignment verse?
Start